Welcome to Impact Entertainment. I am your host, Monique Latise. I am so excited to have Hunter Hayes, the legendary Hunter Hayes, in the studio today, bringing us an original sound from his track, Is a Wonderful Life. Hunter Hayes, ladies and gentlemen.
I fell in love out on the sea. That was the first time you made love to me. We sailed into paradise on a ship called Spanish Love Song. That night the stars came out in time. They sang a love song for you and me. We won't ever let it go. This sweet and mellow Spanish love song. La 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 la. La 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 la. Sail away, sail away. And when you're sailing tell all my friends that's where I wanna be. But first, I've got to ride success on this old ship called Spanish Love Song. Into a sunset called Spanish Love Song. That night the stars came out in time. They sang a love song for you and me. We must never let it go. No, 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 this Spanish love song.
That was beautiful. We thank Hunter Hayes so much for that beautiful, beautiful song. Welcome back to Impact Entertainment. You did an awesome job. Before we get started, would you like to give any shout outs to family or friends?
Oh gosh, yeah. All my shout outs to my Essex County family, my Passaic County family, my Bergen County family, South Jersey, all of Jersey shout out.
Hey Jersey.
Jersey in the house.
Jersey love you. You are known all through Jersey.
They support a brother.
Yes. And that's rare in the entertainment business, is that? to get that type of support?
Well, to get statewide support, well, I'm old enough to have been in every county and borough in the state, so I guess that's why I know everybody.
Okay.
And so, yeah, pretty much.
Let's go back a little bit to your childhood. Where did you grow up?
I was born in Montclair, New Jersey.
Montclair.
And I grew up, my mother moved to Orange, New Jersey, East Orange, Newark. So I'm basically mostly an Essex County kid.
Okay, I love Essex County. That's
Yeah.
Club City.
Club City.
Okay. Did you club out in Zanzibar?
Oh God, are you kidding me? When I had my club records out in the '80s, me and Colonel Abrams and Jocelyn Brown.
Wow. Yes.
We hung out, me and CeCe Rogers, and we did the Zanzibar Club Sensation,
Peppermint Lounge,
Club 88. Those
Yes.
are all my homes.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's go back to when you were a little boy.
Oh,
Tell
gosh.
us about the musician when he was small.
Well, my first inkling about music, and when I lived on Munn Avenue in East Orange, my mother had bought me a little record player from Disney,
Okay.
and I used to put my ear on the speaker, and she gave me these, records used to be blue and yellow and green, and one was for Mickey and one was for Donald Duck, and I used to put them on and wear the records out.
Wow.
And I would sing Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder, but I always thought that people were in the record.
Okay.
I thought little tiny people were inside the record.
Okay.
So I asked my mother, how did they get in there? She said, no, they're not in the record. Their voices on the record. And I didn't get it for many years. And then I would look at the speaker cabinet on the hi-fi and think that they were in there. And then she said, no, look on the label and you'll see an address. And that's where it is, in New York or wherever they recorded the record.
Wow.
And that's how I kind of separated I always wanted to know how records were made.
Yes. At a young age, like that.
Yeah, because I wanted to make one at a young age.
Okay. So were you an only child? Did you have brothers and sisters?
I did have a brother, but he didn't grow up with us. He grew up in Chicago.
Okay.
And so as far as my mother and I was concerned, I was the only child that grew up at home.
Okay. And did you have both parents?
Yeah, I had Hunter with me for a while, then he died early at 39 years old. He used to play drums with Dizzy and Miles and those guys when they would come to Newark.
Okay.
He would play with them.
Okay.
And so I saw his drum set come in the house, and I used to bang on it.
Okay.
And
So you sing?
I sing.
You a musician? What do you play?
I play about 13 different instruments.
Come on, name them.
Okay, let's see if we can get all 13 of them in there. Anything with a keyboard, an organ, a piano,
Okay.
Synthesizer,
Okay.
anything like that, because they have keys. And then we can go with the soprano sax, the alto sax, the baritone sax, which I have all of them at home, the alto, tenor, baritone, soprano.
Wow.
And then I also have a trumpet at home, I have a flute at home, I have a harmonica,
Okay.
and a lot of other little different instruments that I just, tinker with. I can play bass,
Okay.
because I love bass, but, so I don't know, that was about 9, 10 right there?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Did you take lessons?
No, I play by ear.
Wow, you have the gift.
Well, I wouldn't want to tell the young people out there not to learn how to read music, but my music teacher, God bless him, Mr. Napawalkie, he was just too slow for me, and I had a lot of nerve because I'm the kid and he's the teacher. But when he would, oh, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, I'm thinking to myself, my father's playing jazz records at home. When are we going to get to that? And Mr. Napawalkie used to say, you'll never get there if you don't learn how to read music. But I just couldn't. And so I'd hear a song once and I could sing it.
But don't you think there's an advantage when you're just naturally gifted as opposed to being taught? There's a difference in that.
It's a faster way to get to the music, because once I learned and taught myself how to play the sax, first thing I wanted to do was play in a band. And then the little high school group that we got playing for all the CYOs and all, we'd go on stage and sit in. The older musician would let us sit in. And I used to say to the older guys, if I could play with that song with you, could I make some money? And he said, if you could play like that, you can play with us.
Wow.
So after he told me
guts.
that, I put records on and I wear records out. I play them till there's no more grooves on the record, like my mother used to say. She said, don't play that record no more.
Yeah. So how old were you when you first joined the band? Or a group?
16.
16.
When I got to Montclair High School, a senior heard me playing my saxophone in the band room, like the second day of school. Daniel Boone was his name.
Wow.
He was 6'4". He played on the football team, but he was a drummer.
Okay.
One of the baddest drummers. And he heard me playing, and he took his hat off. A senior taking his hat off to a freshman. And he said to me, "Would you like to play in our band?" And I said, "Yes." So he said, "I live on High Street in Montclair. We're going to have rehearsal tonight. Come on up." I walked all the way up to High Street from down on Elm. And that was about 1.5 miles to almost 2 miles. And we rehearsed in his basement. And what did we rehearse? All the James Brown stuff, Kool and the Gang stuff. And people in the neighborhood heard us. Next thing you know, we were playing at the school dances. And next thing we were, us and the Soul Dukes band battling. We played down at Symphony Hall in Newark. And we had singing groups that did the Temptations and was singing My Girl for real while My Girl was out. We were playing My Girl. Okay. Killing it.
Wow, okay. And how did your mother feel about this? Was she
didn't
excited?
know nothing.
She didn't know anything?
My mother, one day, she came to hear me in Jersey City. And I invited her because I was always inviting her. And so she said, she used to always call it my little band. I said, "Well, Mom, the little band is playing in Jersey City at a nightclub called the 418 Club."
It wasn't a little band.
No, and I was like 18 then.
Wow.
And she came out to hear me. And I don't know what she thought she was going to hear. But when we started, you know, rocking the house and started, you know, kicking some Kool and the Gang, and we did some Marvin Gaye, Distant Lover and all of that, she was like, "Oh my God, I didn't know the boy could open his mouth." That's the first thing she said to me.
Were you shy?
I was shy, but I forgot that she was out there because we had a packed house and they covered her up. So aside from some of the female participants in the audience thinking that she was my girlfriend and getting all mad, I said, "No, that's my mother."
They were getting mad?
Yeah, they was getting mad because they thought she was my guy. I had an older lady or something.
Wow.
That was funny, but anyway, yeah, that's her first time coming to see me. She said, "They better act right or they'll never get to answer. I'll never answer the phone at the house."
Oh my goodness. Were you, did it make you feel uncomfortable to perform in front of her, or was it, you were so?
I was uncomfortable performing in front of my mother at church.
Okay.
Because I was in the choir at church, and then I didn't want to do both. So I stopped going to church. A lot of young people do, and I was just doing the nightclub thing because it was taking up so much of my time.
Wow.
And so she was proud of me. All of a sudden, she was like, she was bragging to all my aunts and everybody. She had everybody coming out. I had to sing for Thanksgiving dinner.
Wow.
At Thanksgiving dinner, I had to sing a song.
Okay.
Every year.
So you had a big dinner, like big family?
Oh gosh, my family was so big. We had one of those soul food families.
Really?
The movie
those are
Soul
the best.
Food.
Those are the best.
The table was at least 8 feet long.
Wow.
And our family filled up both sides. My mother had 7 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
And I had 8 or 9 cousins.
Okay.
And between those and the aunts and the pastor.
And was there a big mama? Every family has a big mama.
Yeah, well, my grandmother was Big Mama.
Okay.
And she had 3 sisters.
Wow.
Zuline, Jessie, and Beulah.
Wow, Beulah. I think everyone had an aunt named Beulah. Wow, that's a beautiful.
It was fun
thing.
being young during my time. It was a little rough, but it was fun. I grew up in Montclair where there was a lot of trees and parks and things, so I would go out and sing amongst the trees and down in the glen and hear the echo of my voice. I heard myself. Then I bought a Panasonic cassette player when they first came out. Wow. When I was 16 years old. And that's the first time I ever recorded my voice and heard it. And I hated it. I couldn't stand my voice. I was corny. I was very Sammy Davis. I was too clear, too clean. I was sounding church. Okay. And I needed to dirty it up a little bit, so I started listening to James Brown. Wow. Okay. So I wouldn't say man, I'd say Maine. Okay. I'm a Maine. You know, like I taught myself it's a colloquial difference. Okay. So that people would say, that boy could sing. Okay, so you, all right. You know.
Well, we're gonna go to break.
Okay.
And we are having a good conversation with Hunter Hayes. And when we come back, we're gonna talk more about what you have coming up. So we'll be right back. Welcome back. I am your host, Monique Latise. We're back with Hunter Hayes, a legendary Hunter Hayes. We're back. We're back.
I'll be back and I'm back.
All right. So tell us, what's new? What's new with Hunter Hayes?
Oh gosh, what's new? Everything's new. New music.
Are you still with the band?
No, my son, Hunter Jr. now, he's running my show for me now.
Wow, okay.
So we got a light show, we got music, and I run tracks that I design.
Okay.
And some I buy.
Okay.
And I gear it for whatever audiences I do, since I'm doing mostly nightclubs and restaurants, Italian restaurants and nightclubs. I gear my music so that I get right to the point.
Wow.
I come in, I set up, and I start right out with a little dinner music on my saxophone, and then I do a little bit of Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole, a little bit of Georgia on my mind. I put the glasses on. I give the people a little
Ray Charles. You
little
said Ray
Charles. I go, I give them Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, and then the show starts. I build it up like a pyramid, and then before you know it, I go old school on them. I bring back the spinners.
Wow.
I do, and when I get to Motown, that's it. I don't care what they eat.
Take it to the top.
I don't care if they eating filet mignon. They take their shoes off.
Okay.
They move the tables out the way. And this is about 10 o'clock. Around 10 o'clock, even at them real hi-fi clubs.
Okay.
When I do country clubs, ladies was dancing on the table.
Wow. So tell us some places you've performed. You've been all over the world. Tell us.
Oh gosh. Oh, you want me to go all over the world?
Tell us where you've been.
Well, I done been to Israel.
Okay. Wow.
Africa, Puerto Rico. I've been to Maine. I've been all over the country.
Okay.
And every place I go, even if I'm not supposed to sing, even if it's just for vacation, somebody tells somebody that I've sing, and I have to sing for a busload of people.
Wow.
When I was going across the Serengeti in Africa, the people finally asked me on our safari, they said, "We heard that you sing. Could you sing us a song?" So I had to sing, Georgia, Georgia. That song always gets me out.
Don't stop. Go ahead.
The whole day through, just an old sweet song.
All right.
Now, when I went to the Grand Ole Opry,
Now, where's that?
that's in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
I went down there to hear some country music
All right.
because I wanted to hear country music because I had never
You sing
been.
country?
I wrote 2 country songs, they're not
Wow.
finished yet. But I only wrote them because I went down there and I said, they tell stories.
Okay.
And so we went on tour behind the stage after the country singers were finished. 100 people went backstage, and they let us see where Dolly Parton and Johnny Cash stood on the stage. And they asked, would anybody like to sing a song on the spot with Johnny Cash? Nobody else raised their hand out of 100 people. So I raised my hand.
Wow.
And I went up and I sang Georgia on my
I
mind.
thought you were shy.
I am shy. But
That's shy.
God gave me such a wonderful gift of music and song to lift people up. So I like to see their faces when I give it to them out of nowhere. I'll sing on the street corners of Broad Market. I'll sing at the Wayne, Willowbrook Mall. I don't care where it is. If you ask me to sing right now, which I just did, I'll sing you a song.
All right, and that's a beautiful thing. I feel your passion. Like, I'm feeling your passion.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the downside of the music industry.
The downside of the music industry is you can't trust anybody.
Wow.
Because there's so much money to be made. You know how you play the lottery? Everybody just plays the lottery almost every night. Somebody plays the lottery. Well, they want to win money.
Yes.
Well, with music, each song that we write is potentially a lottery-winning song. And what happens? Somebody wants to come into your life and take that song before you get it on the market, and they want to use it or use you to make money, because overnight you can make millions of dollars.
Wow.
This business is feast or famine. You can make a lot, and if you're not good, and if somebody doesn't tell you you can't sing, you're going to spend many years down in the basement.
Wow. Do you have any regrets?
Not one.
Wow.
Golly, I have no regrets. I've never been really, really hurt by my music. I've had bad days when they didn't pay me.
Okay.
But because I can sing anytime I want, I sing. When I was a child, I sang myself out of depression.
Okay. Wow. So you use it to...
And I still do it. Now I sing other people out of depression.
Wow.
I sing for senior citizens during the week, and I sing at nightclubs during the weekend.
Okay, so where can we find you?
Well, I got a website.
Okay.
HunterHayesNewJersey.com. If you go there, it'll lead you to
What is that again? Hunter Hayes?
www.hunterhaysnewjersey, you got to spell it all out,
Okay.
.com.
Okay. Now, I've been to your website. That's a beautiful site.
Yeah, my man made that up
Beautiful
for me.
site.
Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah.
Great job. I was really impressed.
Costs a few dollars for it, but it's worth it. If you look at it, it's beautiful.
All of your work is on there.
And all my work is on there, and my videos, and I put videos up on YouTube, because when you're up on YouTube and iTunes, you're up there with the rest of the world. You're even up there with the big stars. You're up there with Jay-Z and even Michael Jackson's music, Elvis's music. My music is up there with them too.
Okay.
And when it's up there, it better sound good, else people not gonna buy it.
I hear
That's
that.
your only problem. You gotta be good.
Gotta be good.
You have to be good.
So what do you want people to remember you as?
Just for writing good music that lifted the spirits of the world while I was here.
Wow.
And after I'm gone, I hope they do me like they're doing Michael and Whitney and the rest of them.
Well, let's
Keep
just
listening.
do a recap. You sing, you write music, you're
Yeah.
a musician.
Yes.
Okay. Do you produce your
I
music?
produce, I write, I arrange,
Wow.
I sing it all, I write it all, I record it all. I have my own recording studio at my house.
Wow.
My son runs that.
Okay. And he's Hunter Hayes
Hunter
Jr.
Hayes Jr.
Okay.
calls himself Treadway. That's so that if they say Hunter, we don't both come. So he has his little trade
Treadway.
name,
Okay.
Treadway.
Okay.
And I was like, who's that? He said, that's me. Okay.
Is he as good as Daddy?
He's on YouTube shouting some rap songs and
so
stuff.
he's
I'm like,
rapping.
well, you go ahead, kid. It's
I'm
in the
surprised
DNA.
Daddy not rapping.
You know, I wrote a little rap song, but I can't, you know.
I had a feeling you did.
I have a little something, but I'm not going to run it
You're
right
not
now.
gonna hit us with a little rap before you leave?
No, I can't do that with my little 6'2" with an H on my buckle, 200 pounds of solid brass knuckle. I can't get into it. But it was kind of hard. I was trying to get real hard, like, you know.
Like gangster?
Like DJ Ace and Daquan and them kind of semi. But I wanted to teach
Okay.
young people. And I wanted to get on 50 Cent and all them cats and let them know. Teach while you're preaching.
Yes.
While you're shouting. While you ain't wearing your shirt. And when, you know, I say to them, when they're young, they write on the walls and the graffiti and everything. Then when they go get money and they get a hit record, sell 1 million records, they get a house out in Beverly Hills, then they want nobody to write on their wall.
True.
I'm like, okay, now you know.
True. That's a good point. You got a good point.
You know, calm down and teach while you preaching.
That's a good message. That's a good message.
Because you're going to have kids. Look at Madonna. She slowed down. Now she don't want her daughter to do nothing.
Yeah.
Just don't, you know, she don't want her to get buck wild. She just want just be cool.
So name some of the artists that you admire.
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
Ray Charles.
Ray Charles. You
John.
remind me a little bit of Ray Charles. I see a little bit of Ray Charles in you.
And I get a lot of people say I look like a lot of people. They say I look like Michael Strahan because I got a gap right here in my teeth.
Okay.
As a football player, I get people saying, "Are you a sports guy?"
Okay. Did you play sports?
Yeah, I did. I was a track star, believe it or not,
All right.
at school. Nobody.
Cross country or sprint?
No, just a 100-yard dash.
Wow,
And every time the Olympics come on, I'm right there with that. Right there with that. But yeah, those are some of my favorites. And then Nancy Wilson and Dionne Warwick. I know Dionne personally. And Joe Pesci's a friend of mine.
Okay.
I went down and sang at his house the other year, last year.
Okay.
And J.T. Taylor from Kool and the Gang. It's my boy. It's my friend.
From Hackensack.
From Hackensack. And George Benson, personal friend of mine. Melvin Davis from Paterson, New Jersey.
Yes.
That's my boy. We got kicked out of my mother's house together.
Wow. So what would be the ultimate tour for you? Let's put together the ultimate tour.
The ultimate tour would be, I'm putting together a nice light show and a show that brings back oldies, yet incorporates my original music, which I have here, and make the story of my life called It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay.
And it'll
that's the
almost
name
be
of
like
your
the
CD.
5 Heartbeats.
Okay.
You know, my story is similar to the 5 Heartbeat story because I actually played with Kool and the Gang. I actually opened for Stylistics, the Manhattans, and did shows with the Chocolate Syrup and all those guys. I'm from there. I'm one of those guys.
Okay.
You know, and so my story is just like the Dream Girls, but it's the guy, you know, Dream
Could you
guys.
sing a little bit of my favorite song?
Which one is that?
Bet you Wagali Wa. What is that?
There's a spark of magic in your eyes. Candyland appears each time you smile. Never thought that fairy tales came true, 'cause I love you.
Woo! Thank you. That was like one of my favorite
I sing that every night.
Really?
And Al Green.
Wow.
So in love with you.
So you're married, you're a family man, you have kids?
Yeah, they're all grown and out the house.
Okay, so how do they feel about Daddy being a legend?
My daughters don't care.
They don't care?
Hunter Hayes Jr. cares. He's with me every night when I go to the show.
Wow.
My other kids, my daughter, she can sing like Aretha Franklin, my oldest daughter.
Wow.
When we went to college one day, she just broke out, "What you want? Baby, I said, "You can sing." She said, "I don't want to sing, Daddy." She hid that from me for a long time. Now she works with kids and everything. She got a little scholarship to Rutgers and she finished.
Wow.
And I give her applause for that because she did it without me forcing music on her.
Okay.
And but if she would have wanted to be in this business, she could have rocked the house.
Wow.
But she don't want it.
She don't want to. Okay. Do you blame her?
What a brother gonna do? No, it's just I can't help her.
Okay.
With the stuff she wants to do because I don't know anything about the being a child advocate like she is. She goes to court for children and helps them out, underprivileged kids and stuff. So I love her for that.
Okay.
And if she would have got into the music, well, you talk about somebody excited.
Wow. So do you have any advice for someone interested in getting
Do
into
it yourself. Don't wait for somebody to come and discover you. Okay. Do it
That's good advice.
yourself. And the internet is your friend now. Okay. You don't need a record company anymore. You can put your stuff up on iTunes, CD Baby. Just make sure your product looks good. Take a good picture, put it in make sure it's covered and sealed and you got your credits and do all your business. Get your business straight and make sure your finances is correct. And you can do it yourself. I mean, you get your own royalties now. You don't need anybody anymore except for advice.
Wow.
You can call me. I'll give you advice. I'm not going to charge you much.
And what's your email address?
My email address is hunterhayesnj@gmail.com.
Wow. So you offer free advice. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I will. I'll help you out. Now, if I got to sit with you for an hour, and you come to my house and I got to sit with you to show you what to do, then I might have to charge you for that. Brother, you have to break me off something.
Yes.
You know, but...
Do you open your studio up too?
My studio is basically closed to just me and my son because I got so much work to do and working on a new show and everything. But if you're serious and you got something, you come to me with a song and say, listen. And some of my friends, my old school friends have come and they do come. And I give them a decent rate. I give them, the bargain rate.
Okay. All right.
I don't go hard to the wall on them like that. But when somebody calls me for a wedding or this and that, please don't ask me to do your wedding for $200.
Yeah.
You're
a legend.
Well, not only that, the going rate, I checked what the going rate is with wedding bands and stuff, and they're getting $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $10,000. So if I charge you $1,000 because you're my people, my friend, I'm black or white, my people means my friends.
Yes.
Then please understand that that's the much of a going rate as I can help you out with, and I'm gonna rock your wedding.
I know that's right. I'm
gonna kill it for you.
Yes.
They don't want to go to nobody else's wedding after that.
Wow.
But they're gonna have to. But
wow.
Well,
thank you so much for this awesome interview.
Thank you so much.
I want to thank you so much. Again, I want to thank the viewers. We had a great interview. You brought a lot of good information to us. And we appreciate you being here. Awesome selection. My name is Monique Latise for Impact Entertainment. And remember, knowledge has power and power has impact.
I fell in love out on the sea. That was the first time you made love to me. We sailed into paradise on a ship called Spanish Love Song. That night the stars came out in time. They sang a love song for you and me. this Spanish love song. Oh, they sang a love song for you and me. We must never let it go. No, no, no. This Spanish love song. Success on this old ship called Spanish love
Hi there, I am TR, the director and producer of Impact, here on the Patterson Public Access Cable Channel 75. Thank you for tuning in.
This episode has been sponsored by A Rose's Petals, located at 472 Broadway, right here in Patterson, New Jersey, between Madison Avenue and East 18th Street. Call A Rose's Petals for your floral arrangements and or any other requests.